Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? It is Monday. Just got into this game with Kjindra, Zizak, and Random Guy. Hello, KLJ. That was one of the most effective Soons I've ever seen, so nice job. Kjindra 287 on 32 games. They just don't play a lot. Not a new account. Zizak is currently 629, of course, super strong. And Random Guy is maybe not the most competitive opponent typically, but with the right hand, anyone can cause a lot of damage. So let us check out what we've got here. We're right behind Zizak, and Zizak's right behind Random Guy. So this is the bad seat. This is absolutely the worst seat at the table here. Would much rather have me and Zizak flipped. Would much rather have me and Zizak across the table from each other, but that's not the case. So, how do we approach this? As usual, when there are one or more less experienced players, I think building rooms and not clowning is the way to go. Forest Reviewer definitely helps with that. Full Farmer can be very good. Reno Preparer can do a lot of damage, but usually with clay supports. In the minors, I mean, I don't see enough to not take Beer Table here. Gonna need some grain support soon. Worth noting, Bet in the Grain Field and maybe Chop House might think about, well, just remember it's there in case I see Private Teacher, basically. Overhaul, also worth remembering for tactics. Hey, Silver. Hello, Savior. We basically have to hope Zizak does some clowny line. But even so, that might not be enough here. Hey, Aspheric. Also, given the seating order, if Kjindra is AFK, I would be okay with trying to find another game, honestly. Just from the seating order, I think the win probabilities of this game are something along the lines of like 70, 25, 5. I guess that's not accounting for Zizak's tendency to ignore boring lines. In the second seat, so that part of the seating order is good. But, whoa. Huh? I don't think I accidentally clicked back, but... So they're here after all. Yeah, as I'm saying in game chat, if people are just like abandoning the queue, I think that is worth a penalty. Recreational Carpenter looks pretty good here. Moldboard Plow and Foreign Aid both have pretty good upside. I would like a huge grain combo, of course, but I don't see it. Yeah, given that I have Forest Reviewer, I think Recreational Carpenter's fine. Not that I'd really take any of these other rocks. I'm gonna take the Mold Plow first, I think. Beanfield, Seaweed Fertilizer has a place here. Foreign Aid, all fine, and hopefully someone takes Tasting. Whoa, that's not the button I wanted to press. Yeah, Zach is someone who forgets Q sometimes. Look, like, it's part of being online. I agree with Rainier on this one. Hey, we got a Barrow Pusher. That's pretty tight. Shifting Cultivator. Yeah, I don't care if that's around. Debt security can often be good on big houses. I mean, we passed Veil of Straw, but we continue to see no real grain source here. So passing Straw Thatched Roof doesn't really bother me. Also, I have a million read anyway. Worth remembering upscale lifestyles in the game for tactics reasons. You agree strongly with the Zach, Patrick? Gosh, y'all, like, there's a system, and when you click the Q in Arena, you have to accept that the game might pop at any time. If you're not gonna, like, just click unqueue if you're gonna be AFK. It's not hard. Just leave the queue for a bit and come back later. That's not hard. No, well, yeah, it's not livelihood either, the expend. You lose 10 karma or whatever. 20 if you have a recent quit on top of it. But, like, 10 karma is not the end of the world either. But if you don't enforce this karma every time, then the karma doesn't become, like, it loses the value of explaining, like, how much someone quits in reality. And I want an accurate reflection of what people are up to. Thanks, Kung Ming, and thanks, Rainier, for the backup here. Firewood Collector looks very good with the Barrow Pusher. I'm usually a big fan of new purchase, less so on big houses with no strong established feeding engine. But with beer table and no other grain source, I think it's okay. There is, like, Chop House would not be a bad wheel here if I can spend clay on it. With Firewood Collector, it's a combo, but I think the only other pick here is Clearing Spade. Roof Ladder could be okay, but Karma Systems. Well, yeah, Patrick. I mean, I also think that the Karma system would be better if it scaled up towards, like, if you quit most of the way through a game, you lose more karma. I would really like it if that was the case. And I actually do have a suggestion on the BGA interface suggestions for that. Bet in the grain field's actually pretty reasonable here. It could be very helpful in late growth. On the other hand, Chop House to have a bit of a combo with Firewood and give me something to do with last actions maybe is the best idea here. All these Ox are pretty underwhelming. Master Builder got taken. Portmonger is probably alright. I mean, it's a complete... Well, it doesn't help this combo at all. I don't see myself having enough wood for this to be a Pasture Master game. And I don't see me playing Reno Preparer on time. Yeah, Patrick, I appreciate you being here. I know you don't really play much Agricola, but... let me make these picks and catch up on chat right after. Bale of Straw looking a bit more tempting here, but Seaweed Fertilizer looks like it should be fine. I have a bit of extra reason to go on Granulization, but it's not huge. Fisherman's Friend could be pretty fun. With a really low-rated player, Fisherman's Friend, very high variance, but I don't need Clay Puncher. Yeah, if Karma Loss was permanent, yeah, then you'd really need a scaled version of it. But I think if Karma Loss was permanent, that just encourages too many people to make new accounts. And then, like, nothing matters. Alt accounts are already an issue. Like, people repeatedly play 50 games, then start quitting, and then create a new account. Like, that's a pretty common cycle for a lot of players, I think. Way too many. Aspheric has a good point, too. You could game the system if people, like, did the abandoning courtesy. Like, I could just, like, not show up for this one if I wasn't streaming, and then if people abandoned, then I got out of a game where it's a 100 players, a Zach, and then me in that order. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Sivir. Karma doesn't really do anything. It does a little, and that's better than nothing. When do I like Resource Recycler? I had an amazing Resource Recycler game over the weekend. It's great on small houses. Just in general. Because you can try to get your 4th and or 5th person just with room late in the game if you can grow once, do a bunch of farming, and then catch up on people later. Yep, actual Chop House pick. Do I see myself playing Portmonger on time? Not early. I would be playing it mid-game. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing here. What's my minor improvement timing? With Brook, I mean, do I see myself taking Reed Bank at all? Not really. Going on fishing won't be a huge problem. But, like, I don't want to take too many clay actions. I have some extra clay already. Extra food on forest, like, 3 times maybe, or I can take this point that I might never get. If I do get 3 grain fields, that'd be awesome. We'll just take this. I don't know if it's right or wrong. Hard to say it'll matter. Zazak opens with Reedstone Food, letting me play the Forest Reviewer for free. You were playing Seven Wonders briefly. Yeah, the Seven Wonders community has a bunch of dumb alts. Unfortunately. Hey, Merrick. Two clay is alright here for fireplace or chop house. More likely fireplace. Early sheep. We had a tutor. Possibly first pick, but I don't remember well enough. Yeah, beer table was the first pick, but I don't have a ton of support for it. Zach almost always reads Stone Food in round one. You might have played more games with Zach than I have, but I would be pretty hesitant to call out that kind of pattern one way or another. It goes Day Labor Plow from the third and fourth seats, so we stay in second, which is nice. I think there are two options here. And they're 3 wood and Fisherman's Friend. I think I'll go for 3 wood. We got a Clay Puncher. Kjindra preferring a tutor point compared to an extra clay, which I think makes sense. There is fireplace pressure now. Let's see if Zach wants expensive Ock. I'd be quite fine playing Fisherman's Friend here. Not a huge fan of Fisherman's Friend, but I think it could be okay in this situation. Zach is gonna Ock a Furnisher, though. I do not like seeing that. I'm just gonna take 2 wood and a reed. Except that Kjindra could very easily start player to attempt to get fireplace, but they're taking 2 clay instead of 3 clay? They get an extra clay on clay pit. Let's hope that was first pick and not second, third. Absolutely, Thrall. But, you know, we were past a Barrow Pusher third, so it could have been the second pick. And it's late major. So Zach going one more time. To read Stone Food. This is make or break moment for Fisherman's Friend, with 2 players having 3 food and me kind of wanting the fireplace with the early sheep. I think it's probably time to just give up on Fisherman's Friend for now. Start with new purchase or even beer table, just to get it out of the way before I get grain later. What am I giving up here? Not a ton. I usually, I'll just say hate starting for a fireplace this aggressively. It is kind of risky. If someone had an early Picala Warden or Mini Pasture or Stockyard, this could go quite badly. Can I throw away my room parts? I'm gonna say no. Oh, I've been missing some stuff. Yeah, Vane Wombats, they didn't program, the developers here didn't program the draft to be different directions, but that is one way to do it. Constable. Okay. Yeah, the Terraforming Mars tournaments I've played are, you always rotate. I think, relatively safely play an Ock here and then commit to Fireplace Food. And I will just play Recreational Carpenter. The Zach likes the well a lot. Yeah, I've noticed that. And that's not a bad thing. Someone should make an AI. Yeah, let me know when someone makes an AI for Agricola, Merrick. Let me know when that happens. And it's any good. It's a tough thing to do. Yep, Rainier's correct. We have a fishing there. I'm not gonna make a new purchase. Is there any world at all? There was no need to build there, right? Also, I was start player. I took start player, so Carpenter didn't trigger. We learned that one. Wow, Sheep Provider coming out just in time here. If at an equal table, consider new purchasing. That's fair. This table is less predictable, so... yeah, gonna take it safe, I think. Traveling is always getting taken this round. Oh, you know what's really disgusting is I bet Zazak has Foreign Aid. So I am going to take the sheep here. Zach, oh yeah, Zach's incentive to sweep, I guess, is also there too. I didn't consider that. I mean, I think Zach is already most likely just winning. Close to 80% of the time here. We have random guy taking Reedstone food instead of sowing. I think this just forces Foreign Aid to come out. Yep, exactly, Gray. I get 6 wood or first growth. It's okay. This path is okay. If Zizak is bad, I can beat him. That's a take. It's Reno. I am gonna just park if Zizak doesn't. Zizak's got education bonus too. Yeah, okay, this is still totally over. That's fine. Maybe Zizak's little brother takes it. Alright, we're gonna play a solid game from here on out and try to lock up second place. Mini Zizak also probably loves Reedstone as well. So true. If for some reason 4 wood, 3 wood, 6 clay are all gone, I will Ock. Otherwise, preference goes 4 wood, 6 clay. Maybe Ock's ahead of 3 wood. What is my Ock? Probably just Barrow Pusher. There's nothing wrong with my position. The thing wrong with my position is I don't have a Furnisher, Foreign Aid, Education bonus, and the well already down. I have a beer table with no grain support. No good grain support. It's not early grow, not that that would help me anyway. And Zizak is seated behind a very weak player. So I'm going to continue to not get my hopes up. The wood's really good here, but so is Ocking. Getting my plow stuff down. I don't feel confident enough in my food right now for new purchasing, Gray. Yeah, I need to play sharp. I mean, I still have like a 15 or 20% chance of winning. Closer to 10 in mid-growth, 20 or 30 in late growth, but I think late growth and an extra park from Zizak is way better for me than mid-growth with my room help. I would guess Zizak has Master Builder, so I'm like quite sure that Zizak, I mean, with the Foreign Aid too, is likely to go 5 rooms here. We do have a sew before an oven. Good job by Random Guy. It could be bet in the grain field, like 7th pick. I'm not sure I like what opening the queue a bit does for the game. It's probably good for Random Guy, though. I could build a room here, but I don't think it's necessary. I'd rather save the wood for moldboard plow. If only we had a bet in the grain field. Yeah. I am gonna try to play beer table when I have all my grain in the ground. Maybe in stage 3. Yeah, Straw Thatched Hut is Sivier's grain supports idea. it is pretty broken. Gosh, let's not let that card get reprinted into revised. That would be so crazy. I am now a little concerned about random guy trying to take BMW. Zach getting a Hearth right now. A little interesting. It's very safe. So Zach's also saying that he wants 3 sheep to open next round. What am I growing with? I guess I am just growing with Beer Table. I could plow 2 here and grow with Chop House. No, this is all not good. I don't see a way to beat the Zach here. 2 sheep is just so inefficient for myself. I mean, one of these sheep turns into a grain, which I guess is fine. This is not good. This is all just not good. Hoping this is build for a random guy. I guess 3 wood's okay also. Well, actually 3 wood's really bad. Oh, it's an oven? That's... Ugh. It could be fine. It could be fine. Cage Indra gets to take 6 wood though. Yeah, I think pretty soon here gonna have to just go for a 2nd place. Oh, I'm dumb. That's fine. Oh, total copium. Total copium. Beer table tempo is awkward. Absolutely. Yeah, I did have to play it last round, but I will maintain that I can survive this all right. This is not a snap 6 wood. Oh, because Cage Indra can build. That's the reason. Building is not as good of a tactic as it usually would be here because of Wreck Carpenter. Though, I don't know, what are the chances it goes 6 wood, 4 wood if they build? That's what's going to have to be judged. Because then I'd have to take 1 wood, and I might still take 1 wood if, no, that's just dumb. I'm not going to take 1 wood and risk Kjindra still starting. Start is almost never the right move here, especially with a bookcase. That's not good. 6 wood or build are the only options there, I think, for Kjindra. And now it's up to random guy to take 6 wood. Does. So my options, I think, are plow, fish, clay pit. Fish is probably just wrong. But I think clay pit and someone takes hollow, and I don't let Kjindra get the extra clay. Do I remember a schnapps distiller? I don't think I saw a schnapps distiller, though there could have been one in one of the first 2 packs and I forgot about it. Plow is by far the safest move here. I should probably just do that. The benefits to taking clay are that Zazak is committed to clay house already. I could take clay and say it's my last shot at trying to win the game. And I have to hope that oh, I did forget food as an Ock or Schnapps Distiller or something here. That's too bad. Didn't think Kjindra had food to Ock here. Hey, Sandra Cho, I have played Caverna. It did not impress me at all. And I do not play it. Have not played it in probably 5 years or more. Are they gonna raw eat this veggie? Carpenter's Parlor, okay. Well, the clay pit plan backfired. Zazak's gonna get 6 clay, which is just not good. Animal dealer. Alright. Yeah. I think all my plans backfired. Or not necessarily backfired, but they were a bit of a stretch and they didn't get there. So, I am actually just now completely giving up on winning this game. I'm gonna try for a safe 2nd place. Yeah, thanks for not backseating, Merrick. Hello, Heroic Logic. Wow, they really just raw eat the veg to get large-scale farmer out? That's a choice. First move here, 5 food fishing. As we have late pigs. Caverna is like Agricola, but instead of occupations and improvements, you have the same, like, 80? 50? I don't know the number. Major improvements every game. And then you have a bigger flood. Oh, okay. Did not expect this. Maybe I just wasn't watching closely enough, but this is okay. Yeah, so imagine there just being a huge pile of major improvements and they're the same every game. And feeding is easier and the game's longer because there's more options, but all the options are like more the same and every move feels like you're getting the same number of points in some combination. And because it felt that way to me, none of the moves mattered much. So I just, like, chose a move and did it. So, yeah, unimpressed by Caverna. 64 different, so my guess of 50 to 80 was good. Yeah, Merrick is saying, yeah, if you know the best major improvements, you're going to take them. House rules Caverna to draft a hand. So there's also, like, expansions to Caverna, and the taken ones are the expansions that make it feel more like Agricola, like asymmetric dwarf powers or something like that. Exactly! Just play Agricola instead! Yeah, Patrick, I also saw that. Best to not get into it, I think. Sounds like Agricola for people who don't like Agricola. That's absolutely true. If you wanted to play either Agricola or Caverna 10 to 20 times total in your whole life, go ahead, play Caverna. It might be a better experience. Like, it very well could be a better experience. And I'm not gonna, like, say it's wrong for anyone to like Caverna more if they're not planning to play it a bunch. But if you want to play 50 or more times in your life, I think it's clearly Agricola that'll be best. We have Random Guy with a fairly cohesive game plan here. So the plan here is to play Firewood Collector, hope Zizak takes farmland, and then slam down Fish Friend. Is that even reasonable? I don't know. Am I going for it? Yes. I'll just plow if it's there, though. Alright, I'm just plowing. Fish Friend is really fun here, but I don't think it'll last very long with Kjindra having some serious feeding issues. I could build a room here, but I think building clay rooms will be better for me. I want to buy a grain with new purchase. I want to sow this round and play beer table. I don't need more food because seaweed fertilizer will give me a grain to bake, and I am just going to bake it. So that only gives me one free move. This is very interesting from Zizak. Don't really know what it is. It's possible this is just supposed to be so right now. Let's say it is. The other move I looked at is Plow, but I think there's a bit too much of a risk of start player leaving if I don't get ready for it second. Missing out on the third field for Straw Thatched Roof is a little sad, but it's not a huge deal yet. I mean, I'll want BMW, but I haven't taken stone all game, so my chances aren't good. New purchase veg never good? Basically never good. I have a secondary veg source here with seaweed fertilizer, so I'll be happy to use that. You'll really need a big food engine or a hearth and a decent food engine to be able to afford this veg. It's usually better to find veg elsewhere. Hey, thanks, F. Thurman. Yeah, I'm proud of how that arena season ended up. I have no idea what the Zach's doing. It looks very spicy. Missed the line. I'll figure out what line I missed later. Oh, there was a... I could have renoed the beer table and built. Ooh. Yeah, that looks a lot better. I just got Plow back here, though, with a big wood action to start next round. I might be paying too much attention to chat for my own good here. Yeah, so I streamed Wingspan like 2 or 3 times total. The first VOD I posted to YouTube did well, and then the second one did a lot worse. And there's just not enough demand for it, and I don't find it that interesting anymore. I still use it as a filler game to, like, if I have an hour and I want to do something half mindless, I'll still play it, but... Zach with the obscure Reno into Riparian builder? Could be. I mean, this does look a lot like he wants to build a stone room. It's possible Zach's third Auk I don't know about is Mason, and Zach is, like, 2 stone away from a stone room. So... Kajindra is taking 1 less clay than they can because they forgot how Clay Puncher worked. Okay. Shifting Cultivator expensive? It absolutely is. The spear table is very helpful to Kajindra and Random Guy. You could argue that this first beer table proc is worse for guaranteeing second place. But on the other hand, I have 4 field. I think I'm fine. I am getting 6 wood here. That is pretty cool. Yep, Kjindra definitely took the wrong play. I totally knew that I was getting 6 clay here, yep. Or 6 wood here. So instead of getting 3 and 4, they got 2 and 4. Taking clay at all your calling Illuminati magic. I mean, yeah, it's been interesting for Zizak to not get it, room parts quickly enough here. Okay, I want to renovate. I think there's a chance Zizak wants to renovate. BMW seems more likely for Zizak here, but maybe just not worth risking it. Also, I should think about fencing. Should really think about fencing. This is the wrong place. How many fields do you need from Shifting Cultivator? Oh, only like 2 to make it worth it. So the reason that this fence placement is better than down here is I have good flexibility between plowing more and fencing more here, but if I plow downwards, I only can, like, fence here. It's going to take too much effort to get plows up there. But yeah, if you get 2 fields out of Shifting Cultivator, it's done its job. It hasn't been amazing if that's the case, but it's done enough, I think. Part of me thinks that Zizak has a lover this game. I am gonna Reno here. It does mean that Kjindra is incentivized to start. I am going to prefer the Hearth over playing Debt Security. Oh yeah, exactly, Gray. I'm definitely following this game just fine. I have no problems following exactly what's going on in the game. That does mean I get to open 3 sheep if sheep aren't taken by random guy or Zizak first. Think there's a decent chance of that happening, though, so... Whoa. Upscale lifestyle, no Reno. Interesting. Tasting makes sense for random guy. They don't have quite enough food yet, but they will soon. Yeah, that's not how I typically would recommend using upscale lifestyle, especially with having no wood for fences right now. I did forget that it's a constable game, but that was only momentary. I think it's still... I'm still in okay shape for that. Yeah, like I think you did like pottery is one of the situations where turning wood into clay can be acceptable, but with clay puncher and tutor, I feel like it's just way better to keep that wood. But I don't know their hand, so gotta give some benefit of the doubt there. Alright, I would really like a so action, but kind of low confidence I'll get one. This only costs me one food at worst. Oh, I think random guy could sow first action here. But I am gonna get sow or sheep. Or my choice. The choice... Whoa. I guess it has to be sheep. Maybe. Was so better because of seaweed fertilizer in the wood? I think the sheep is pretty justifiable in a lot of ways regarding constable and long-term finishing out my farm. So definitely has a higher chance of wheeling. Grain utilization has a higher chance of wheeling, KLJ. Hedgekeeper, Fake Jindra. The disrespect to wood makes a little more sense, though not entirely. Assuming random guy takes grain utilization here. No. Well, that sucks for them, I guess. Doesn't really matter. I get rid of both of these. Right? Now that Zizak has stalled mid-game, what do I put my chances at? That is a good question. That is a good question. I'm just pre-deciding. I don't think there's any way I get free food. I would need... Yeah, like... I would need a bunch of free food from somewhere. But I'm just skipping the need to eat a veg later. This is one click better. Actually, it's not. It's not one click better. Because I didn't eat the sheep. I'm gonna need to open the eating menu for the sheep. I thought it was one click better, but I miscalculated the amount of clicks I'm gonna need to make. So there's the explanation. Debt security is pretty dead in a constable game. Monka consulted into Christianity, right? You think those are my chances, Vane Wombats? I think there's a 0% chance I end this game in 4th. Because I have some feeding set up and fences. And if we look at Kejindra, they have neither, which is a problem. Gambit time? Good suggestion, KLJ. Can Lumen get the win? Or do you want to gamble on something wilder? I think the apparent 20 or like 15 point lead I have is not really the best representation of the situation. Zizak's gonna get defense, has animals, has a field source, has point ceiling I don't have, and a BMW incoming. So you're desperate for a gamble, I see. I'll just do the classic does Lumen win here. Ooh, and we have a classic set of options set up by Marushka. Alright, I'll make it a 5-minute gamble here. Enabling gambling addicts? No, that's not what's happening. That is not an accurate description of what's happening. I will count tie as a win. If we tie on resources. Resource tiebreaker happens first. Yeah, that's the problem with longer gambles, Sivir, is that everyone's gonna wait. But if I do it too soon, or if I do it too quickly, then someone might miss out. Wow, someone dumped channel credits into a win. CW, huge believing. Well, the odds look pretty good for not believing, I have to say. Alright, what happened? We had random guys start off with Plow. Zizak took 4 wood and a field. 3 stone looks pretty good. 3 wood also looks very good. Plow looks good. Stone oven hasn't been bought yet, so I don't need to reno to get good use out of this stone. I'm in. Yeah, someone put a dime on doubt, which was pretty funny. I do have 3 more net points on beer table. Only 3 net because I have to destroy 2 green to get these 4 points. You need the win so you can finally fix your spreadsheets. Huh, CW, that's an interesting comment because, you know, with 36,000 channel credits, I think you can already afford the professional spreadsheet help. But, you know, I'm not gonna judge your channel credit investment tactics. Kijindra almost, or went to build first, not thinking about 3 wood at all, apparently. Not anymore, you can't. You need help for the VIP, but you were a coward and only went for 10k. 10k on believing or non-believing? Oh, on believing, okay. Spreadsheets plural. Ah, got it, Vane Wombats. Got it. Okay, time to think a bit more about what my round looks like. Farmland would be fine. 3 wood, definitely good. Has Teal's food card done anything? It's given like 2 or 3 food. But typically I don't like it too much. It's not the strongest thing. Of course they got to use tasting by playing it, so you could argue it's been net 6 food or so. Looks like we have a minute and change left on the prediction. Random guy taking 3 wood, very responsible. And Zazak's fencing. Well, I think Zazak maybe isn't going for BMW. Zazak's next Ock gives a veg. The Ock after gives a field. This is a very interesting situation, actually. Plow, Cow, BMW are all somewhat valid here. BMW is... it's probably still okay. My feeding isn't completely figured out yet. I also need to decide if I am going for Stone Oven or not. No, Zazak is building 2 clay rooms. The next time someone takes pig, I think that's Zazak's next move, is 2 pigs, 2 clay, minus a food. Then next round, double build. Grow in the last 2 rounds. 2 ox with... yeah. Or it could be build now and come in with a mason and take BMW. But I think I probably can wait a little bit for BMW this round. I think all that added up means that Plow is maybe my best move here. Cow maybe is slightly safer. But I don't think Zazak is taking cows here. Zazak can always get, or think that he gets 2 cows next round, or cow plus cow next round. Maybe I should have taken cow. Being a constable game, I mean, the plow matters a lot too. It's just that there's less plow competition. I can just fence 1 more space and be okay. Well, I don't think I'm taking the oven, Myrmidon. I think BMW's too important here to swing me versus Zazak. Prediction over, I think. Thanks all for believing. 69% yes, nice. I mean, I don't know why Zizak ended up renoing, but it ended up being good for me. This Reedstone is very concerning. Well, maybe not. They've already signaled they want to build a clay room. I think I'm taking BMW next move because I'm scared. It does throw away my Reno parts. Cow does get taken. Antioch is good for Zizak. Because it gives veg and then it gives field. I don't really like taking BMW here because it means I have Reno problems. Stone-wise, but whatever. Okay, I think I need to play a little faster in the endgame here. I do get to new purchase. I don't want to start, or at least play a miner if I start. I could just sow here for 2 grain down and get a veggie. I could take the pig that I'll need for constable. Reedstone was an option. I think Kijindra's just building now. I think this is grow. So I could start for Plowsow. Which gives me fence parts. Actually, Zizak gets Urgent Wish that way, but... Oh no, Zizak doesn't get Urgent Wish that way. Aha. There's going to be significant animal pressure. But we're going for it. So Zach does not get Urgent Wish. I thought Zach wasn't gonna do a Clowny line. With this opening. But then, yeah, Zach's Reno just very unexpected, honestly. I would not have played this hand with a Reno on 3 rooms. At least at this table. I am going to new purchase a grain. I'm going to plow sow 3 grain, get a veg from seaweed fertilizer, and wheel Urgent Wish or 2 pigs, hopefully. We renoed on 3 rooms, but I would have never done that with Furnisher Constable opening. I believe Zazak has said before that his name is nonsense. I don't know if that's because he wants to keep it secret what it actually means or not, but that was the explanation offered. The pigs are maybe more important than Urgent Wish, but getting the cow seems like it might have to be first move next round kind of thing. Right now, the feeding plan is not completely certain. It looks like Random Guy is going to have some issues renovating. Okay, Jindra's ready to reno after building the room. Zach's reno ready. Alright, knowing Kajindra wants to build and grow is pretty helpful tactically. Their food is still really bad. Okay, I would bet Zazak takes a cow here. 2 boar is right for me, whether I like it or not. Oh. This is very interesting. Why would Zazak not take cows here? Wants to have a chance at building and growing faster, I guess. But I think I'm never getting that cow back if I don't take it now. And I'm just not concerned with Urgent Wish here. Because Zazak can't take it. And Kajindra has signaled that they want to build a room. It could be a huge bluff at this point, but they can build Stone Oven now if they choose to reno. That might be better for them. Master Builder is there. I guess we knew Zazak didn't have it once he closed off his farm space. Random guy needing to bake for food. You think I'm still winning? I mean, it's wild that I'm winning here, honestly. Zach has 2 improvements here. Joinery can be one of them. I don't know what the other one is. I'll let that get back into the Alright, so there is an issue with filling this last farmyard space because Room Stable has contest next round. How's my food? My food really wants a Reedstone action. Zach was winning until he got clay blocked. I am thinking that Reedstone is my best option here. Zach is currently out of Reno parts. So this gives me 4 food and a stone. Being able to Reno fence seems good. I think I would still probably take Plowso over 2 stone first action. Well, what Zach and Kajindra do with the Reno queue is pretty important. Were there any Reno Oct helpers? I don't remember any. But I don't make an effort to remember Frame Builder, for instance. There was an upscale lifestyle, so a random guy has that right now and could be relying on it for Reno, but no one else can use it for Reno. Kajindra doesn't look like they're gonna grow here. Oh, they can't. Never mind. Dumb comment. Not dumb comment. I'm fine with last action Urgent Wish. Last action of the game Urgent Wish. Which is why I went for Reedstone. Beating Rod. That explains not taking a cow. What did I leave myself with this action? Start player. Plus point. Can eat a sheep for 2, a reed for 3, a raw grain is probably not a problem. And Plowso looks pretty good. Plowso pig. And then I might have some... Yeah, I might not be Renoing here. If I don't get the pig, then I'll go to Reno. But, I think Kijindra's opening fence, Reno fence. And random guy... Oh, actually Kijindra probably plows. Yeah, Kijindra plows. Then random guy might feel forced into baking, might take 2 sheep and a grain. 2 reed. Oh, upscale lifestyles with that 3 woods for. So random guy will be playing upscale lifestyle at some point. Getting 2 read taken is pretty unfortunate for BMW. This is really not a great BMW, but I prevented Zizak from having it cope. Yeah, this BMW doesn't look too good. But, you know, getting 3 food from it here can't be worth nothing. What I have done is leave myself options to get more points, and that's not bad. Don't think I was ever taking 3 read. Probably not. It would just be a point and 3 food. It was unclear what Zizak was going for. I did not remember beating Rod. Oh, am I doing this? No. I would have to eat a point of sheep. God, I forgot that I can make this choice. If I do have to eat a point, then it's better to make a new purchase of veg here, I think. But I have 6 raw grain anyway. Pig or plow? Oh, I'm definitely plowing here. I need to fill this space somehow. I don't think any of the ways are guaranteed. This gives me clay food, veg, wood. Lots of good stuff I can do now. Pig is the next priority, but I won't be surprised if it gets taken. Let's see. The worst Zizak could do is grow with stone from Excursion to the Quarry or petrified wood even. 35, round out of 40. $44, $46, $49. Well, I guess Zizak's at 49 if he gets everything. Eating here looks like an ocker animal. It's an ock. Now, these ox, I don't know how good they are. There's an ock for grain. That's pretty good. But I do get this 5-point pig. Pretty unexpected. Maybe I have it. This is... Yeah, I did not think I'd get to this point, so cool. I do have 7 extra grain. I need to send 1 off for beer table, so I have 7 food right now. I'm not getting stables. If Zazak takes stone, then I believe I'm supposed to play any Ak. If Kejindra ends up blocking Major Minor, then that's obviously shutting off any Stone Oven options. Oh yeah. Don't remind me! Stop! Bad! Bad! Don't remind me of stuff. Let me make my mistakes. Yeah, Believer's thirsty. Random guy a pig away from Constable. Zach's Major Minor. Stone Oven. Okay. Yeah, it is moot now, but I still have to forget that Shifting Cultivator helps Zach. So, I have Fence for 1, I have Cow for 1, I have Veg for 1. I believe So Bake saves me a point of food. Going for Reno instead of Grow saves me a food. Gets me a read for Tiebreak. Loses 2 stone of Tiebreak. And is 4 points versus 3. Right now I'm eating 4 food of sheep and 4 raw grain of the 7 or of the 6 that I have. So I can't afford to grow. It's probably all just a point here. If you see 2, don't tell me. Yeah, so like the other thing I don't want to do now is like look at blocking Zazak options, and then would I have remembered Shifting Cultivator? I can't really say anymore without being totally biased on it. And I'm trying to play without that. Any help from chat. Alright, I think I'm taking Veg. Yeah, I can't take an unconditional sow action because I have nothing to sow in. Though maybe that's fine to just bake for a point. This nets 4 food. And a wood. Alright. Now you know, Silver. Alright, so I am breeding 1.48, growing to 51. Zach gets a field for 44. This joinery boost is like 46. Breeds 47. Grows to 50. Well, if Zach has points on grow, then I'm in trouble. Gosh, Harvest House works. Does look like Zach needs to eat a point currently. Hey, Zach. GG. I see Zach having 6 food right now and needing 9. Everyone acting like your constable is a house steward? Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, food distributor. I noticed that at some point and forgot about it. Let's see what terrors Zach can unleash on Grow here. This would be a nasty Harvest House. At least I have Tiebreaker for now. Yeah, I would have to assume that I'm getting Reno improvement if I went for Reno. Oh, it's a pig swill. So I am gonna win. Wow. Well, that's still pretty surprising. Reno and Forwood were both better than Bake. Well, I wasn't going to do the wood because chat said something about it, so I didn't want to go down that potential bias train. I was just saying Harvest House would be like the worst case scenario for me, Vane Wombats. I didn't see it in the draft, and it's possible I didn't see Forest Stone, Ed Bonus, and Hod. I'd win anyhow even if I... Oh. Beating Rod Reed is a point. Oh, was it a point of food? The point of food that I was talking about? Also, I forgot my beer table points, because I'm really smart. It's possible I would win, even if it was Harvest House. I have 53 with 8 tiebreak against 53 with no tiebreak. Yeah. Well, I forgot beer table, so... You know... Good at the game, something, something, something. Yeah, it was to block education bonus, because both the plows were taken. and I had the food to throw away 2 food. But, you know, I don't remember everything. I make mistakes. I hope everyone lets me make mistakes. Thanks, Merrick. Crick Chick, you can doubt as much as you want in the name of channel credits. The channel credits are all for fun. Thanks, Erwin. I don't actually take it seriously, but I will possibly tease people who get it wrong on either direction. Alright, yeah, that's definitely a good win here from a difficult spot. I took 1,000,000 years on my timer. CW spreadsheets. I wonder what when that spreadsheet redemption is going to come. It'll definitely, surely be on its way soon. CW wouldn't lie about spending channel credits on a specific thing. You blundered by not taking 4 clay in the mid-game? Yeah, I was surprised you renoed to clay before building a 4th room at all. I mean, I agree, in general, that the opponent's clay grabs were not that good. But, I mean, I've talked a lot about how when there's less predictable players at the table, you gotta play it more safe in a lot of ways. And renovating to clay was, or without a plan to immediately take more clay, I thought was pretty unsafe. So, you did get punished for that, unfortunately for you. CW is working on rules 11 through 20. CW already has how many rules? Like 15 or something? Hallmark of weaker players is taking too many weak clay actions. Yeah, I mean, the big understanding is that you gotta know what your clay's for. You can't really take big piles of clay without a specific plan most of the time. Unless it's really early in the game. You can usually find something to do with it. But you do have to watch out before people take all the ways to use clay and then you're stuck with a pile of clay. Yep, so in a not so meaningful second place right now, 1 arena point behind Valchan. It's just way too early. We're all going to be fighting in the 1800s. If we're fighting for the arena win, so whoever's leading while we're all in the 1600s doesn't matter. Thanks all for hanging out today. It's been a lot of fun. Glad to bring you all a tightly enough played win here. I'm gonna have us raid Losapalooza, who has raided us a couple of times. Losapalooza is playing a game that I learned recently called Verdant. It's a very pretty game. So, hopefully y'all enjoy their stream. I'll be back tomorrow with another Agricola stream, and later in the week if I don't see you then, or some other time in the future. I appreciate it. Take care, everyone. Bye.